There's a baby fawn right over here, and I almost tripped over it. It's just sleeping. That was pretty cool to see, huh? We left them alone. Yeah, mama deer usually do that. Let me try to safely navigate my way down this embankment. But mama deer will often do that during the day, you know, hide their fawn in kind of tall grasses while they go out and forage and, you know, whatever it is deers do, and come and get their baby a little bit later. So that's a pretty cool thing to see. You don't see that every day. We're at kind of a neat area. I had the day off. It's a sunny day, so that's about all you can ask for. It's kind of muggy and kind of hot, but it's okay. At least, like I said, at least it's sunny out, and that's a win in my book. Today we're at an area, and I'll show you in just a second. Right behind me, there used to be an old mill, and there was a road coming up right beside it, and I'll show you that too. Kind of first or second, you know, probably the second time I've been out in this area. It's hard to keep track of where I go sometimes. So that's part of the reason I do these videos, so I can kind of remember where I've been and what I've found there. But we're gonna head down to this. I'm not sure what actually constitutes a brook, but on the maps it's listed as a brook. I'd say maybe more of a stream, or I don't know, for you down south, maybe that's called a crick or a creek. But once I get down from here, I'll grab the camera, head over there, see what we can find. Kind of the first thing I wanted to point out to you, and I doubt this is it because it's not a very old tree, but way back, and there's still some examples of it around, Native American trees on paths and different things like that Native Americans would use for navigation. And this is a young tree, so it's probably not the case. But if you're walking through the woods and you see an older tree that's kind of bent like this on kind of a well-worn path, or it doesn't even have to be a well-worn path, if you see them bent like that, there were often markers used by Native Americans to signal their way, tell them which way to go. And what they would do is they would just bend the young sapling down and you know, tie it to something, or you know, a rock or something like that, so it would grow at this angle, so it would make kind of an unusual landmark, so they could kind of know their way around the woods, so they wouldn't get lost. So I'm going to try to hold the camera, I'm going to try to make a conscious effort to hold the camera a little bit more stable, because my wife and others have kind of gotten, you know, dizzy from the fact that I'm whipping the camera around and everything. Consciously, I'll try to hold the camera a little bit more steady so you can see things a little better. But you know what? I get excited, so sorry about that. It's kind of the road I was talking about. It kind of, well, it's more apparent further up you go, but kind of right in through here, there was a road, probably an access road down to the mill or whatever. So we're kind of nearing the mill site, or the former mill site here, and I didn't bring the detector with me today, just for the fact that I've got kind of a lot of area to cover. So as I'm kind of making my way down here, I'm already seeing bits of old things, bits of ceramic, some old glass. And let me just show you real quick some of the things I'm finding here. Yeah, they call this a brook. I'm not really sure what constitutes a brook, but that's the name of it. I imagine maybe some of this stuff was pitched from down there and just kind of made its way down here during, well, you can see kind of the high water mark is there, kind of where that embankment is. So in the spring, this must get really get moving, or periods of heavy rain. But just kind of a perfect place in the olden times to just pitch stuff. Out of sight, out of mind. Just throw it down there. Like this one. That's ceramic. Is that ceramic or glass? No, that's glass. It's just been kind of died over time, probably for being in here so long. And, you know, bits of iron like that right there. maybe to hold a bolt or something. And just little bits of glass poking out, and ceramic tile or ceramic right there. Some more glass over there. And there's bits of charcoal mixed in with it too. There's another piece right there. Now that's kind of cool. That's one of those old ceramic ale or beer containers or jars. Which kind of reminds me, I'm a member of the Facebook group New Hampshire Metal Detecting Forum. They're a great group. Very pleasant people. He was digging in an old bottle dump, and he was pulling out tons of these things, these old stoneware, ale or beer, or I'm just guessing that's what they were used for, tons of these. So yeah, it would be cool to find a whole one of these, wouldn't it? Maybe Adam will take me sometime to his hidden spot. I don't know. I probably have to go there blindfolded and lead me through the woods, but we're just gonna kind of continue to look along here. And it's kind of nice. It's like natural air conditioning around here down in this gorge or ravine. It's substantially cooler than when I was up there. But all kinds of little bits of pottery and glass. And the majority of it seemed to be up that way, but it might be worth it sometime to just follow this brook. I think it comes out, I think it empties into a bog kind of further down that way. And I'm pretty sure we're allowed to metal detect in brooks or bodies of water, because I think the public has the right of way. Now don't quote me on this. I don't know if it goes for brooks or streams, but I know rivers, some of the larger rivers, the public has kind of access to the high water mark and down. So you're allowed to be there. Again, a guy by the name of Sheldon in New Hampshire Metal Detecting Forum, I posed that question, and I believe he was the one that answered that for me. So shout out to a few of the guys there. So we're just gonna make our way along and see what else we can find. Now some kids were either out here exploring, or maybe someone tried to attempt to clean this up, or maybe there was some fellow treasure seekers out here too. I'm guessing kids. And I used to find that stuff cool when I was a kid too. I'd probably do the same thing. But with the old crock ware, looks like maybe the mason jar. What does that say? I can't quite make it out. P-U. Yeah, it could be Putnam. I think Putnam was a glass company, Putnam Glass. What does this say? Kivlan. On Thank Co. I don't know. Boston Patent. Just little various bits of glass and pottery around here. This looks like a cap, or maybe that's the base of a balm. I think face cream, or that's milk glass. Face cream, or who knows, lip balm. That's screw top, so that's newer. That looks like some new stuff mixed here with the old stuff, so that looks like part of a mason jar right there. You know, it's possible that maybe a lot of this rolled out of this river erosion right here too. I got my flashlight on me, let's look. Well, I'm not seeing any bits of glass up in there. Up in there, nope. Not seeing anything sticking out there. Okay, so kind of as promised, here is the mill ruins. Right up in here. You guys notice that right in front of me? Oh, frog just jumped in front of me. But that is kind of cool. What do you think? Should we take a peek inside? I don't know if I'd go inside without someone with me, but I can extend the GoPro in there and shine a flashlight in and see what's in there. Here we go. What do you think's in there? Right, you want to shine a flashlight in there? Oh, it just stops right there. Yeah, it looks like a storm drain of some sort. That's pretty cool. Let's get a little bit closer look. Make sure there's nothing in there and grab us. Anything in the back? That's bits of old wood. Looks like there's some pottery there. Yeah, it's still pretty cool to find. So we're gonna kind of make our way over to some of the other areas we wanted to kind of check out. Think it's real? No, it's not real. Just as I'm kind of going around here with the flashlight, I noticed a... Does anyone else see it? See it now? Right there. A geocacher was up here. Oops. So there's a sticker. We're gonna put in that. Let's look for relics while we're up here. Not seeing much. There's a few glass shards down there, but that was about it. Trail cam. Let's wave. They're sneaky sometimes, aren't they? So this is a little bit of an interesting area right in through here. These big old mature trees. Got various piles of these stone piles here. All kinds of bits of tin. And a few old bottles and glass sticking up everywhere. Let me show you some of them. Here's just kind of an old glass. You want to go check it out and see what it is? Let's see. Looks like ketchup. Yep, a little ketchup bottle with its own little ecosystem in there, so we'll leave the critters be. Right at the top of this hill, there's a bunch of old iron and scrap, so I don't know, could have been a logging camp right in through here. We're gonna have to go check it out. So as you can see, kind of the remains of something. Could have been an old farm dump. Who knows? Oh, there's another bit of glass sticking up over there. Kind of just backs up to this ridge right here. Partial stone wall. The time of the year, you can hear all the acorns falling every time the wind blows. Let's go over there a little bit and check out that bottle. So kind of what I'm finding is a bunch of not modern, but I'd say 50s, 60s era bottles, nothing real old. There's one like an old mayonnaise jar with a screw top, another screw top. But they could have been throwing away older things too, so. So we'll poke around here for a few more minutes and head out to kind of the real destination I wanted to look for up here. There's another bottle I found. Somewhat modern, not really the kind of the time frame we're looking for. I mean, they're cool, but looking for something slightly older than that. So I do believe a storm's coming. And all of a sudden got really dark and kind of spooky. You can feel the wind starting to change too. From that humid air to that crisp, calm, well, not calm, but crisp fall-like air. Hopefully we make it back to the truck in time before it starts to downpour. I just checked the radar and we're a little ways off from where the storm is, so. Uh-oh, I hear the rain's coming. Oh, here we go. Great. the thunder's coming. Well, until next time, thanks for joining me. And yeah, it's pouring. Hope we could have spent more time out here, but weather happens.